Hello and grüß Gott. On this video I'm going to change out the front brake pads on my 2005 Suzuki Grand Vitara. And this is the one with the front disc brakes and the rear drum brakes. Has about 50,000 miles on it. And I noticed when I was doing an inspection earlier that the brake pads look pretty thin. So we're going to get everything all set up here and we'll come right back. If you'll notice, I have it on not only its normal jack that it comes with, but I have a safety jack underneath, and I also have wheel chocks underneath it, and I'm wearing some safety glasses. So I also have gloves on my hands as well. So let's work safe and I'll be right back. Okay, the brake lining assembly is Suzuki part number 55200-65J23, and you'll see right there what we got in the kit. It has 4 pads, some backing pieces, some various lubricants, and 1 clip. I'm not sure where that goes yet, but we'll figure it out. It's probably for the brake wear sensor. So we'll get into this here in a second and we'll see what's next. Okay, this is one of those floating calipers. So what I've done is I've taken the 2 bolts out. There's one up here and there's one down below. And this is 14 millimeters, and then you have to use a 17 millimeter backing wrench to keep this piece here from spinning. And once you get that out, you can carefully pull this back, this assembly, and we need a coat hanger so that we can, once we get it pulled out, we can tie it up so that it's not hanging on its hose. So we'll get that all set up and then I'll be back. Okay, here's the pads. The old one looks like this. I don't know if you can see it. It's pretty thin. Here's the new one, way, way thicker. So what I'm going to do is slide the new one on the fixed part of the caliper, and I'll do that here in a second and show you how that's done. Okay, so I have the pad ready that's going to go on this fixed piece here. So it's going to actually go in like this. Don't forget to put the backing plate on it. So it's going to install with clips. So you're going to install it just like this, and it's going to clip all the way in. So that's easy enough. Now all we have to do is do the other side, and then we have to push the piston in and reinstall the whole caliper, the floating part. So we're going to get to that here in a second. All right, I have the second one ready, and it goes on the back side of this, on the stationary part right here. It just clips in just like this one did. So I'm going to get that one done, and then I'm going to come back. Okay, at this point what I've done is I've actually used one of my brake tools to push the piston back in. And when I pushed the piston in, what I did was I loosened the bleeder, and I hooked up a hose to it, and I have a bleeder catch, magnetic catch tray over here. I'll show you that in a minute. So I'll take all that and show you the setup. But this is how I got it all situated now, and the piston's already pushed back in. I used the clockwise rotation one. It doesn't matter on this one, I don't believe. Some pistons actually have to turn as you push them in, but on this one it seems like it just went straight in. So I have it all set up to put back together now, and I'm going to start that process. But before I do that, I'll break away and then I'll show you this tool setup that I used to push the piston in. I wanted to show you the setup I used to push in the piston and remove some brake fluid. This is a magnetic bottle you see in front of you. So that's what I used for that part. And then to push the piston in, I used this tool here that says R on it for right. And I put this one piece on there. And then I put the piece on there that has a number 3 on it. Don't know if that means anything, but that's what I used to push the piston in. So I'll show you what I'm going to do after that. Okay, this is what the caliper looks like after it's been reassembled. The torque spec is called for 36 Newton meters here. I think that's too high. I'm just going to snug it up, but I used some medium strength Loctite. Like I said before, 17 millimeter backing wrench. It's going to need to be a thin wrench, 14 millimeter here. You're going to tighten it up, and then I'm going to bleed the brakes. And that's all there is to this job. Thanks for watching. Tschüss.